LA Kings lost again. I have ceased to become upset or surprised or really anything about these turn of events because I gave up on the season a couple of months ago, to be perfectly honest with you. And it seems I was right, because the Kings are just lacking finish. They can get the puck to the net, and then it's like they don't know what to do with it. And those days of, well, we were down a couple of goals, but it's okay because the Kings can rally. They just have that spirit and joie de vivre. They don't have that anymore either. It's like their spirit has just kind of evaporated this season, and they just have no confidence that they can do anything. And so they get the puck and they're like, oh, I have it. Cool. I guess I should do something with it. And the younger guys, they've got speed. And like I said, they can get it down the end. They can get it by Price, but then they're so undisciplined and new. And none of the veterans have really taught them what to do when it gets there. So it's a whole cacophony of just awfulness. The first period, Canadiens had 10 shots. Kings had 6. Very tight game in the defensive side of it. Not a lot of pucks were getting through either side. Of course, about 4 minutes in, one got through to the back of the neck, just like fluttered over Quick's head there. Possibly traffic in front of him. I may give him that, but yeah, he needs to be a little bit taller in his net, because there was, yeah. So it was unsurprising to anyone in the stadium that they scored first. We managed to only hold them to 1 goal in the first period, though, and that seemed like quite an accomplishment. And considering that they had the first 4 shots on goal in the second period, and one of them was Carter on this stunning breakaway that I'm just sitting there screaming, you have to bury that. And that was my problem with Carter and Toffoli and Kopitar and basically everyone on the ice tonight. You have to bury it. Remember when Toffoli used to be able to pick his placement so perfectly that once he got to the front of the net, you pretty much knew he was going to get it in? Those days are gone. Carter used to be the same way. He used to have a gorgeous snapshot. Nope, that didn't happen. And sure enough, a little over 10 minutes into the second period, 9 seconds, in fact, after the 10-minute mark there, where we were all like, oh my gosh, the Canadiens don't have a shot on goal in 10 minutes of the second period. This is awesome. They scored their second. Literally on their first shot of the period. More than 10 minutes into the game. Oh my God. See, you don't need a whole lot of shots if the shots you take are just that good. And of course it was Jordan Wheel, an ex-LA King. Thank you. Wow. Just right to the heart there. So that happened. The first penalty of the game came with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second period. So a lot of discipline in that sense of the word from both teams. There's a lot of good defense and checking and things like that, but all very legal and kept their sticks where they were supposed to be, and their checks when people had the puck, all very good. It was our power play. No, I'm sorry. It was our penalty kill first, which was good. We can actually penalty kill, so that's exciting there. Whew. Turns out that we can't really power play, though, because we got one of those in the third period and did, like, nothing with it at all. We had 2, in fact, that the first one had some chances. Kopitar had, like, the slickest pass I have ever seen in my life, in between skates and sticks, and it was so slick that Kovalchuk on the other end was not expecting it to actually get to him, and so then, therefore, did nothing with it. Yeah. Speaking of the third period, it was about 50, not even 47 seconds into it when the Canadiens scored their third goal. So that 1 goal per period, they were going real well on that one. And the Kings' chances just looked that much worse. I mean, like I said, I had no confidence that they were going to come back in the third, but a 2-goal deficit, it was possible. And then that third goal came, and yeah, it just, you knew it wasn't going to happen. especially when they had those two just abysmal power plays. You're like, guys, one of them came with 5-ish minutes left in the third, and by then they'd scored a goal. So you're like, guys, if ever there was a time to like put on the pressure, it'd be now. But couldn't even keep it in their zone. It took them a minute and a half to get into their offensive zone, and it just, it's so painful to watch. Anyway, the goal was good. We did manage to score one goal, and this was from Matt Luff, doing Luff-like things. Here's what's interesting. From about the 7:25-minute mark of the first period to about halfway through the second period, Desjardins didn't even put Luff on the ice. And then when he does, in the third period, he does this. So why are we not giving Luff a chance? I don't know. I don't really get it. I think Luff's a much better player than people give him credit for. So Luff and Leipzig doing some good things there. Leipzig actually didn't end up on the score sheet, but had a pretty good game, like a noticeable game to me. He did really well. Brown, of course, I am a huge Brown fan. He makes the effort every night, if nothing else. It doesn't always pay off, but he and Cliffy are the two players that I notice on the ice every night putting in the work. And it's something that I like to see, but very disappointing that those are the only two that I can name that I'm seeing that from inconsistently. So anyway, yeah, we have one goal, and there's like 10 minutes left, and you're thinking, okay, well, okay, maybe they'll pick it up, and then, they got the power play and do nothing with it, and the best 30 seconds of play the Kings had was from about 1:11 left in the third. They'd pulled quick. Shockingly, it didn't work. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But they had a timeout. They pulled quick. They had 6-on-4. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they just pounded Carey Price. And Carey Price is stupidly good. There were a couple of shots that he just, and I think it was the one on Leipzig that I was thinking about before, where he just like, how are you making that shot? This is why he has now set a franchise record with the Canadiens for most amount of wins in the franchise. So congratulations. I mean, you can tell that he earned it. This is an incredible player. So watching him tonight was really fun. Sadly, of course, that meant that the Kings game was not for them. Yeah, so they absolutely peppered him in those last 30 seconds, like a minute 11 to 46 seconds left. And some really, really great shots, and they potential rebounds that were just right there and they just couldn't get to. And that, if they had played with that intensity and that amount of effort and chances all night, like generating chances like that, the game would have been completely different. But you can't put in 5 minutes worth of work in a 60-minute hockey game and expect to do well. So that was, pretty much everything you came to expect from a Kings game this season. Remember when we played Chicago? Go back and watch that one again, because that was good. We managed to actually pick up a lot of good in that one, and then of course forgot about it again promptly. So hopefully we don't skid into another 10-game losing streak, because there's only like 17 games left in the season, and I'd like to be slightly less sad by the end of it. Dignity, guys. That's all I'm looking for at this point. We know we're not making the playoffs. End with dignity. Pick something back up next season. I don't know.
World of hockey lost a legend. One of the giants of our game. Ted Lindsay passed away at the age of 93. Every single player in the NHL owes Mr. Lindsay a debt of gratitude for his courage and his dedication to standing up for his beliefs. His example should inspire all of us to strive to make a difference and have a positive influence on others. Please join us in a moment of silence in his honor.